Disclaimer. Hey everyone, just a quick heads up before we get started. I want to let you know I'm completely transparent. This channel shares my personal trading journey and insights, including discussions of significant gains. Please remember, past performance is not a guarantee of future success, and all trading involves substantial risk. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Please always do your own research and consult with a professional financial advisor before making any trading decisions. I am not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided in this video. Use this information at your own risk. This is the $8 challenge. Thank you so much for coming by. Today is episode 10, and I am happy to say the green streak continues. Count was up 5% today. I made 4 trades, all same day till expire, and all of them were the 458 calls. And you can see I actually started the day off red. I was down 2% off of that minus 10% trade, and then thankfully came out of that with a break-even trade, plus 42% and plus 9%. So it was a very choppy day in the market. Not a whole lot of opportunity, especially in the first half of the day. But all in all, grateful for green. Happy I didn't finish the day off red. And I look forward to tomorrow with the FOMC meeting at 11. Hoping for some good price action. I'm going to be patient, wait for that trend to set itself, and ride that wave. I have been bitten in the butt a few times on FOMC days, so I'm definitely going to practice extra patience tomorrow before jumping in on that trade. So thank you all so much for coming by. I greatly appreciate all of you. Please drop a like down below. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Let's get right into it. Looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see we hit a 52-week high today, so that is pretty exciting. Does not seem like long ago we were hitting just market lows. We were in bear market territory, and look at us now, not far away from hitting all-time highs on the market. You can see this weekly chart above my head right here, and this gives you a good idea of those next levels to watch. Every dollar amount, 455, 456, those will all be levels to kind of watch for. But the main ones I'm going to be watching for is really, let's zoom in here and I can kind of show you what I'll be watching for. So right now we just hit 456, so we're kind of right here. And the next level of resistance I'll really be watching for is around 460. I think we'll see some heavy resistance right there. And then once we break through that, next level around 464, 465, and then all-time high would be that very final point of resistance. And from then, hey, the market just keeps on expanding. Just be careful. I definitely don't recommend trying to chase anything. When the market is hitting all-time highs, what I like to do is kind of watch it hit those peaks, pull back down, kind of base out, and get a nice level of support. And then once it looks like it's going to start curling back up, that's when I'll take my position and continue, because it can be a little tricky, especially if you're new and the market is hitting unknown territory. There's no levels to kind of look at historically to base off of what you'd expect resistance and support to be. So that's kind of how I play that out. Just be careful. So anyways, let's zoom on into the 1-minute chart and wrap this up with these 4 trades. Nothing special, but hey, like I said, grateful for green today. And you can see trade number 1, I got in at 10 o'clock, out at 10:05, and that was that first loss, minus 10%. I was looking for that break over here, and yep, just did not get it. So cut losses quick. I cannot emphasize how important cutting losses quick is. I got in this trade at 10, but if I would have held it until $5, I still would have ended a red day. So having a 50% loss on that first trade would have been too big to really come back from. And so, yeah, cutting losses quick is a game changer. Trade number 2, in and out, break even. This one I was break even almost instantly, and I was ready to sell quick too, especially after starting the day with a red trade. I'm already a little aggravated, and I'm kind of just like in that mode of like, all right, let me just take my money and make some profit quick. But sometimes it's hard to be patient. You want to force a trade, but you can't force that trade if the market isn't going to give you the opportunity. So please learn from my mistakes. Trade number 3, got in at 11:22, out at 11:38. So this was definitely a longer trade and the best trade of the day. So you can see I was looking for this breakover right here, and I decided to get in once I saw this bounce off support level right here. So it looked like it was trending up, and I was like, man, I kind of missed a good entry. And then it pulled back right here, and I was like, all right, there's my chance. And that's when I decided to get back in at $7. So initially that first trade just to kind of go back in the playbook, was $10, and then moving forward I was able to get it much cheaper. So patience really paid off on that one. You can see I ended up taking profit right here after this big candle. My goal was to hit 456, but it hit resistance right there, and I just didn't want to take that chance, especially starting off the day with red and then break even. And I'm already expecting the market to be pretty choppy because FOMC is tomorrow. So with all that in mind, I just went ahead and took profit quick, and I knew I still had some buying power if it wasn't going to continue. So that's what I did. I got into another position just 4 minutes later, and I got in at 11 and then took profit right here at 12. It actually hit 13 for a second, and then I could not take profit quick enough, so I ended up taking profit at 12 right there. So a little frustrating. I really wanted that move that didn't happen until right here, but that's the way it plays out sometimes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I had $7 of buying power, so I could have taken a trade, but the option I was looking at, it went up faster than I was really ready to take that position and confident in. So it is what it is. You just got to play those cards you're dealt. So let's take a look at the account and wrap this up. There it is, up 5.59, so almost 6% on the day. I'll take it. That's a lot of green. What was that, 6 in a row? Hopefully we can set some new green streak records. Shout out to Marlon. I know he's on a nice streak right now, so that is awesome, man. You are killing it. It's pretty exciting to see. Very motivating. But yeah, super excited about how this challenge is going so far. If you're new here, I'm completely transparent. I share all my transaction history, banking history, and you can see exactly how I've taken this account from 8 to 47. And I think transparency is really the key to learning. Too many people just trying to hide all their tricks behind these smoke and mirrors, and really just they're photoshopping pictures and lying about stuff. So anyways, not going to get into that right now. That's all I have for the day. Hope you guys stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.